Tonight, 4 new permanent secretaries sworn in Ogun State. Federal Road Safety Corps warns against overloading of animals, goods and passengers along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Plus, Sultan of Sokoto declares June 16 as Eid al-Adha. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on Channel 12 News at 7. I am Yemi Dalemo. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abeokuta has sworn in 4 new permanent secretaries with a charge on them to be committed to the Building a Future Together agenda of his administration. Government House correspondent Akim Jimo reports.
The newly sworn-in permanent secretaries rose through the ranks to become directors in their various ministries before their new appointments.
The Constitution. So help me God. So help me God.
While congratulating the new appointees, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abeokuta charged them to discharge their duties with utmost zeal, professionalism, determination, noting that they were appointed based on merit, hard work, and their wealth of experience.
I urge you to work together as team players with other management officers to preserve the proud legacy of excellence that our predecessors have bequeathed us. Our administration is committed to strengthening the public service, ensuring it remains efficient, transparent, and accountable in executing government's activities.
The new appointees, while thanking Ogun State Governor, promised that their new positions will spur them to do more and discharge their duties effectively.
For this honor, it is more service to the upliftment of the glory of Ogun State. My promise is that I will serve with all my best.
To ensure that the state move forward, God will help us to be efficient, diligent in discharging those roles.
One of the appointees, Bernard Olanrewaju Ogunyinka, is a member of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Ogun State Council, and until his new appointment was a director at the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy in Abeokuta. Akim Jimo, NTA News.
The federal government has flagged off the distribution of food palliatives to Ogun State government for onward distribution to the vulnerables in the 20 local government areas of the state as a way of cushioning the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. Director General National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Zubaida Umar, performed the handing over ceremony in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Again, Government House correspondent Akim Jimo reports.
Of the federal government of Nigeria hand over to Ogun State government the above stated food commodities for onward distribution to the deserving vulnerable Nigerians in the state.
That was the official symbolic handing over of assorted food commodities to the chairman of the 20 local government areas of Ogun State for onward distribution to the vulnerables across the state. The Director General, National Emergency Management Agency, Zubaida Umar, represented, who notes that the federal government is truly committed to alleviating the suffering of Nigerians, urged Ogun State residents to effectively utilize the food commodities.
Ogun State has been allocated 15,600 bags of 50 kg bags of eggs and 3,760 25 kg bags of gari. Based on the directive of Mr. President, 20% of the food items due for each local government area should be given to religious organizations and 3% to be given to boarding schools in each of the local government areas.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abeokuta, represented, appreciates the federal government for the continuous support to the state, promising to prioritize the needs of the people in the distribution of the food palliatives.
Maize, dairy, and other essentials represent more than sustenance and essential items. We are delivering hope, security, and a promise that no one will be left behind. They symbolize our collective commitment to the principles of equity and compassion.
A committee of stakeholders for the effective distribution of the assorted food commodities has been constituted at the local government area level. You will recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recently approved the release of 42,000 metric tons of assorted food commodities like maize, millet, sorghum, gari, among others, from the National Strategic Reserve in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for distribution nationwide. In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
619 graduates of the School of Psychiatric Nursing have bagged the post-basic registered psychiatric nurse certificate of the Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Abeokuta, with the mandate of making mental health treatment be at par in line with international best practices. This was at the 7th combined convocation ceremony comprising of 14 sets from 2009 to 2022-2023 session. Medical Director of the Center, Dr. Afis Agbola, promised to produce more mental health practitioners that will cater for the mental needs of Nigerians.
The School of Psychiatric Nursing Abeokuta, which is the first school of psychiatric nursing in Nigeria and Africa, was established in 1955. The federal government institution says it will continue to produce more qualified and licensed psychiatric nursing experts for the geopolitical zones of the country. The Federal Ministry of Health and the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria tasked the graduates to be committed to the policy of taking care of patients professionally, which will assist in demystifying mental health illnesses and allow patients to come out and embrace their services.
As mental health nurses, we are supposed to maintain the quality of care, working through the levels of healthcare services, even in the community, the primary health care centers, to actually demystify mental illness.
Our time here at School of Psychiatric Nursing Abeokuta has been filled with unforgettable moments, growth and shared achievements. We have not only acquired knowledge, but also developed resilience and camaraderie.
Medical Director of the hospital, Dr. Afis Agbola, explained that more nurse tutors have been engaged for the proposed general nurse program of the institution and announced automatic employment for any of the graduates interested in lecturing.
The hospital is not only known for mental health services, but also runs general medical practice where various consultants like obstetricians and gynecologists, pediatricians, gynecologists, general surgery, endocrinologists, neurologists, and radiologists are engaged as part of the workforce of this hospital. And they provide an integrated general medical services, but not neglecting our core function of mental health.
High points of the occasion was the presentation of the graduates as graduates of School of Psychiatric Nursing Abeokuta, award of certificate of attendance, and the presentation of prizes to the best graduating students in each of the 14 sets from 2009 to 2023 in Abeokuta.
The Crescent University Abeokuta is raising the frontier teaching and learning of problem-solving education of disciplines by stimulating the interest of secondary school students in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education as part of its contribution to mitigating present and future societal challenges. The university intensified this initiative through its third annual Physics Day organized by the Department of Physical Sciences, College of Natural and Applied Sciences. Lekwan Bonde report.
Busy day at work for these young ones from various secondary schools across Abeokuta who had rewarding and a lifetime experience learning through engagement in educational activities such as physics quiz competition, science projects competition, and electronics project exhibition. The Vice Chancellor, Crescent University, Abeokuta, Professor Ibrahim Bajabiamila, is enthusiastic about the profitable contributions of the Ivory Tower in raising the bar and boosting development of knowledge-based sciences, especially physics.
Part of the day is to be able to explain why science is important. We have all heard about COVID, how we have had to respond, and it is the scientists at the forefront of research and development.
It means a lot to the college, a lot to the department. We have really motivated these young scholars who are the future leaders.
Participating schools and students benefited a great deal from 2 key lectures targeted at stimulating and inspiring them to choose physics and other science-based courses in their academic careers. Professor Olalekan Mustafa, in his lecture titled Simulation in Physics, speaks on the importance of models as simulation tools in physics for analyzing and solving equations in all aspects of endeavors.
What physicists and computational physicists, computational chemists, and so on and so forth, and engineers, what they actually refer to as simulation is seeing a situation, dissecting it into a couple of equations, and now solving the equation. That is what simulation is. It is so because equation is the language of science, especially physics.
PhET simulation as a tool for understanding physics concepts was the title of the lecture by Mrs. Blessing Chukwuka, who was emphatic about the need for stakeholders to do everything possible to spark up the interest of the younger generation towards exploring the potentials in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Not to belittle other professions, but what builds a society is STEM, our medicine, our health. So we need more students to love and want to and be interested in PhET so that we will have a better future in our country.
Some of the students went home with prizes and gifts for their outstanding performances in the various physics competitions and exhibitions, while each of the participating schools went home with certificates. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
The Chief Executive Officer of Oni Electronics, Mrs. Mojisola Oni Quadri, has inaugurated a new housing estate project belonging to IAS Homes and Properties in Wasimi area of Abeokuta. Onikosola Ojelade reports that the inauguration is part of activities marking the 8th anniversary of the company.
Inaugurating the new estate project, the CEO of Oni Electronics at the Yalaji of Shapon Market, Chief Mojisola Oni Quadri, says the project will help to reduce the housing deficit in the country and allow more Nigerians to own their dream houses. She commended the resilience of the business owner and promised her support to every innovation that inspired the youths to excel and foster communal growth.
As a Yalaje of a market, I appreciate youths that are trying their best to go from low class to a better class. And if we are with him, encouraging him, he will go from grass to grace.
The event, which featured the presentation of gifts to customers of the company, had in attendance the Oni Wasimi of Wasimi, Oba Sufianu Adisa, Jola Osho, Chief Kola Olotu, among other eminent personalities. In Abeokuta, Onikosola Ojelade, NTA News.
It's now time to pause for some messages. The news will continue shortly after these timeouts.
Where is Glow? Excuse me, ma'am.
Glow! Oh, where Glow now?
I did here.
Glow don't go village. Tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow berekete 10x. Now he might take tension my customers. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 they give all of us, so you enjoy up to
15,000 naira credit and data. And I say I never finish you. See, when I say we enjoy, if when I join Glow berekete 10x, when I go get 1,000 naira welcome credits, you just carry your phone, dial *777#. Finish.
Glow, you don't win.
Una see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please save now Glow with they fine. Now Glow with they go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Thanks for being there. The Sultan of Sokoto and President General Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar has declared Friday, 7th June, which is today, 2024, as the first day of Zulhijjah 1445 AH. This is contained in a statement by the Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council, Sokoto, Professor Sambu Wali Junaid Wazirin of Sokoto. The Sultan declared Friday, June 7, 2024, as the first day of Zulhijjah 1445 AH, and Sunday, June 16th, which will be equivalent to the 10th of Zulhijjah, will be marked at this year's Eid al-Kabir. Sultan Muhammad felicitates with the Muslim Ummah and wish them Allah's guidance, blessings, and urges faithful to continue to pray for peace, progress, and development of the country, while wishing Nigerians happy Eid al-Kabir. And on that note, that we wrap up the news for tonight. We thank you for watching. Good night.
It's hot. Have you seen the remote?
No, I haven't seen it.
How did you do that?